Hello and welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga for this Yin Yoga class for full body flexibility. This is a relaxing practice for anytime you want to slow down and calm down and stretch deeply into your whole body. To begin, lie down on your back. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Let your feet be as wide as the mat and let your knees fall in against one another. And placing the hands on the body, one hand on the belly, the other hand on the low ribs. Begin to settle into the feeling of your body resting on the floor. As you rest, you might begin to naturally notice the rising and falling rhythm of your breath, the way the belly and chest rise and fall against the touch of your hands. Giving yourself time and space to rest and to be still. And now can you take a big breath in to really fill the torso front and back? And as you exhale, can you let your body relax to another level, softening from the outside in? Allowing yourself to be and to breathe. Claiming this time for yourself as you prepare to move into gentle and long stretches for the muscles and fascia, balancing the energy, releasing tension, and calming the mind. Take another 2 or 3 easy breaths now. Once you feel ready to begin moving into your stretches, extend your legs long down the mat. Interlace your fingers and press them up away from the feet as you take a big breath in. Gently release and hug your knees in toward your chest. Gently rock side to side, feeling lower back, feeling the spine. Now take one hand onto each knee and begin circling the knees around to the left, pulling them in, to the right, and forward. Continue around in this direction. And let's go one more time this way. And now 3 circles the other way, nice and slow. Feeling your sacrum, your lower back. Last time around, we'll go ahead and release the feet to the floor, preparing for spinal twist. Lift your hips and skew them over to the right, and take the knees in and over to the left. Extend your right arm to the right, let your left hand rest on your knees, and settle into a nice long and easy and restful twist. Now let's bring some slow and somatic movement into this twist by taking the right arm up next to the head. Center the head and inhale as you feel this stretch into the right side of the upper body. Take a breath in. As you exhale, cross the arm over and curl up into a ball on your side. And now we'll reverse this movement, taking this arm up and over the head, all the way back out where it began. Repeat this movement with the right arm as you take it up next to the head and cross it over the face, curling up on your side, bringing your right elbow in toward the belly. Reversing now and tracing the shape of a rainbow. Arm extends out. One more time. Arm comes over, slowly curl up on your side. Open it back up nice and slow. Now take this right arm back up next to the head and let the left arm come up to meet it as we shift into our next pose, banana. We'll extend the legs, take both hips to the floor, and hook the right ankle over the left ankle. Go ahead and bump your hips and ribs out to the right so that you're stretching into the whole right side of the body as the body takes a curved shape like a banana. Your left hand might hold on to your right wrist or hand and tug on it to create a little more length through the side. Nice deep breath into the side of the body. Exhale and soften through the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the outside of the hip. Make any additional adjustments to find total comfort. And then begin to rest and breathe. Now slowly release. As you come back to center, let the arms come down to your sides. Bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips for bridge pose. Find a little movement, hips side to side. Deep breath in. As you exhale, find your twist on the second side. Let the hips skew to the left as you take your knees over to the right. Extend your left arm out to the left. Let your right hand rest on your knees. Settle into the sensations in your physical body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now take the left arm up next to the head. Center the head and enjoy the stretch of the whole left side of the torso. Breathe into this left side. Cross the arm over now, rounding your spine. Reverse your rainbow twist. Arm comes up and out, extending to the left. Bring the arm back up, cross it over, curl up, and take it up and back out to the left. Arm comes over, slowly curl up on your side. Last time to peel your arm and chest open. Inhale and exhale, closing it slowly, and curl up. This time we'll take the arm up next to the head and stay here to transition into banana. Extend both legs. Hook the left ankle over the right, both arms over the head. The right hand can gently tug on the left arm to extend a little bit more through the upper body. You might bump your hips out to the left to get a little more of this banana curve. Rest here. Breathe into this length on the side body. Slowly release. As your body comes back to center, let your arms come to your sides. Bend the knees, lift your hips. Take an easy bridge pose with whatever movement feels good. Release the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Lift the head up toward the knees to move into happy baby. Hands come to the feet. Lift the soles of the feet up to the sky and let the head rest back down. Breathe into this stretch of the low back and the spine. Staying in happy baby, but inviting movement now by rocking side to side, massaging the low back and the spine. Now, if it feels good, begin to extend into one leg and then the other. Finding any movement of the legs now that feels good. When you're ready, release the feet and slowly find your way onto hands and knees, rolling over, placing hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Beginning your cat and cow, let's inhale, lift the gaze forward into a back bend and round the spine, tucking chin and tucking tailbone. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale and round. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your sitting bones. Exhale, rounding, chin to chest. Inhale one last time to lift the gaze, and now take the hands in front of you for puppy pose. Settle your chest down toward the floor. Your head could rest on the floor, or you could keep it at a hover, whichever feels better, as you stretch into your shoulders, armpits, front of your ribs, and your whole upper back. Feel the upper and middle spine softening into the front of the body. And breathe into this chest, into the ribs. Slowly lifting up to come back to hands and knees. We'll come into Swan pose, so slide your right knee forward and turn the shin so your foot comes towards your left hip. Settle your hips back and down. They may or may not touch the floor, and either way is okay. Walk your hands back to find your up swan, this one-legged back bend, to stretch nice and deep into the front of the left hip and thigh. Lift the crown of the head and open the chest forward. Breathe. And when you're ready, release forward and down into sleeping swan. Option to rest your forearms on the floor, or to stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of the hands. Or if it feels good, extend the arms forward or take different variations of the arms and upper body depending on what feels good and whatever helps you find the stretch in the target area, which is the right buttock. And can you now take a deep breath into this right buttock, outer hip. Exhale and soften through the entire right thigh and hip. Slowly now release sleeping swan, coming up, tucking the back toes, and step back to downward dog. Take a few moments in dog to pedal the feet, move the hips in whatever way feels good. Now take your feet out as wide as the edges of your mat and slowly walk the hands back to come into Ragdoll. Hang over the legs, hold opposite elbows if it feels good, and gently sway side to side. Slowly release the hands back to the floor and walk them forward to return to dog. Drop the knees to find swan on the other side. Slide the left knee forward. Shift the foot over toward the right hip and settle the hips down. Walk the hands back. Puff the chest forward, finding the back bend, lifting the skull. Feel the front of the right hip deep into the psoas. Feel the whole front body lengthening and expanding. Slowly release to come forward onto the elbows, or resting the forehead down, or any variation that helps you find this stretch in the left buttock now. And as you breathe into your body, can you soften into this outer left hip? And can you soften the whole left thigh? Now slowly come up. Walk the hands back. Find your downward dog now. Tuck the back toes. Step back. And widen the feet too, as wide as your mat. Once again, let's walk the hands back toward the feet. And from your forward bend, lower your hips down into a squat. And you might let the hands come together in between the knees, or any squat variation that feels good in your body right now. Finding your way to hands and knees now. Settle into hands and knees, and when you're ready, extend your left arm up into the air, preparing for thread the needle. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, thread the left arm under the right. Bring the left side of the head to the floor. Walk the right hand up above the head and inch it toward the top left corner of the mat to get a little more opening in the chest. Stretching now into the outside of the left shoulder and the space between the shoulder blades in the upper back. Take a breath into this upper back and into the back of the lungs. And exhale, soften into this upper body twist. Release the pose and slowly return to hands and knees. Making your way in to thread the needle on the other side. Lift your right arm up and open the chest to the side. Lift your gaze. Thread it under the left. And with the side of the head resting, walk your left hand up above the head and inch the fingertips over toward the top right corner. Opening into the outer right shoulder, the upper back. Breathing and softening into the upper back and the back of the ribs. Releasing slowly and returning to hands and knees. Beginning slow barrel rolls, round the spine, bring ribs to the right and then down to the left and round again, and continue this rolling pattern. And shift to the other direction. Good, and now let's take it back into a cross-legged seat. and extend the legs forward for caterpillar or two-legged forward bend. Settle into your seat, lift your spine tall, and move forward over the legs to stretch the back of the legs and the back of the spine, letting the hands rest wherever is comfortable, whether it's on the shins or the ankles or the feet. Your spine and shoulders relaxing, letting gravity take the weight of your head and torso so that you can fully relax and settle in to the rhythm of your breath. Slowly release caterpillar. Come back up and lower down onto your back, settling into Savasana for our final meditation on the back. Let your arms relax at your sides. Let your legs come to a comfortable distance away from one another. Make any final movements or adjustments that you need to find comfort and to feel that the earth is fully holding you. Claiming this time of restfulness and spaciousness for yourself. Continue to bask in this stillness for a few more minutes. I will call you back when it's time. And now take a deeper breath into your belly and into your heart. And as you exhale, gently wiggle your fingers and toes and stretch out into your arms and legs. Bend your knees and roll over to the side. And slowly come up into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Closing the eyes as you sit up tall with your spine. Feel into your physical body and notice what's different from when you began your practice. And place your palms together in front of your heart. And we'll close the practice chanting Om 3 times. Take a big breath in. Om. Om. And that closes today's practice. And be sure to move slowly and gently into the next part of your day. Thank you for practicing with Devi Daily Yoga. I'll see you next time we find the mat together. Namaste.